My own personal journey has been one that I believe from the very start of my life has been guided. You know, if I look back to myself as a child, and whatever the situation, environment that I was raised in, really helped me to rely on myself and to learn a lot about what I'm capable of. And of course, at first it was all reactive, right? It was all about surviving. But in the last decade, I guess, I've been able to use that information, look back on that information, forgive the situation, forgive the environment, and learn how I can use that insight to turn it into wisdom, right? So that I can help other people, or that was my journey, you know, for the past decade, to help other people, to help myself. So I talk a lot about my own personal journey, and you know, I blog about it in my what I call the process of illumination, right? Because I really think that's what it is. I think anyone's personal journey is really about having an understanding and insight about what brought them to where they are today, wherever they may be. That could be in their teens, in their 20s, in their 30s, in their 90s, it doesn't matter. But there's always a point when someone kind of wakes up and says, I think things could be different, and I'm not sure that my own patterns and behaviors are really getting me where I want to be. So the journey then becomes conscious. So there's an element of kind of going through the motions, living by default, just employing the coping strategies that you have developed over the years as a survival skill, and then looking at those things and saying, okay, I'm going to unpack it all. I love that analogy or that metaphor of, you know, we carry around all this stuff with us, and when we unpack it, we start to realize, oh, there's stuff in there that I really love that I've never really known I've had. You know, it's been tucked away in the corners. And then there's stuff that I've been carrying around that doesn't even belong to me, right? So, I mean, you can understand where I'm going here in terms of other people's expectations, society's norms, all these things that we carry around with us that aren't even ours. And then we start to look at all the things that we've been carrying around and become discerning. And once we follow the journey of self-love, which is really what I've discovered in the last few years as being the most important thing, is learning how to love yourself, then we kind of begin to have the beginnings of a roadmap, right? We start to look at what our values are. We start to look at, you know, how to prioritize those values, and then making decisions and choices based on those values versus all the stuff that we've been carrying around with us and everybody else's expectations. So the personal journey, really, when it becomes conscious, is a journey of courage. It's a journey of vulnerability. It's a journey of looking forward to who it is you are, your authenticity. And right now, at this point in time, to me, that is the most noble thing, is to commit yourself to your own authenticity. And like I said, it takes a lot of courage. It really does. And yet the rewards are beyond what you could ever imagine, because all of a sudden you're cultivating safe relationships. All of a sudden you're realizing things about yourself that are magnificent, that you never would have owned before. And you're also forgiving yourself for things that you never would have owned before. So it is incredibly noble and incredibly valuable.